meaning Trump has only hours remaining as President of the United States before the constitutional process removes him from office permanently and transfers power to Vice President Vance. They are not waiting for extended debate or procedural delays or any opportunity for Trump to mount a defense. They want this done as quickly as possible so they can begin the process of distancing themselves from Trump before the political damage becomes even more catastrophic and irreversible. Johnson specifically cited the oil executive bribery tape and the courtroom meltdown in the Supreme Court stonewalling as, quote, undeniable high crimes, end quote, that demand immediate ouster to salvage any hope of holding their majorities in the 2026 midterm elections. He is acknowledging on tape that the evidence against Trump is overwhelming and that continuing to defend him is politically suicidal for every Republican who has to face voters in November and explain why they stood by a president who committed documented crimes and constitutional violations. This leak connects directly to everything we have been covering on this channel for weeks. The Denmark NATO Article 5 warning that made America the villain on the world stage when our own allies threatened military response against us. The emergency powers revolt where 27 Republican senators joined Democrats to block Trump's authoritarian gambit to evade court orders. The 36% approval rating that represents historic voter rejection of a first-year president. The Pentagon mutiny, where military officers refused to follow unlawful orders to attack a NATO ally. Each crisis built on the previous ones until Republican leadership concluded that they had no choice but to pull the plug on Trump's presidency to save themselves from going down with him. And the timing of this leak is absolutely devastating for any remaining Trump allies who might have hoped to mount a last-minute defense or delay tactics that could buy him more time in office. The audio is out there now. Yeah, everyone can hear Johnson admitting that Trump has to go and that the votes are already locked in, and that the only question is how quickly they can execute the removal. There is no walking this back or claiming it was taken out of context or spinning it as anything other than what it clearly is. The documented moment when Republican leadership decided to end the Trump presidency. All right, so let me really dig into what this leaked audio reveals about the internal collapse of Republican support for Trump and why this represents the final confirmation that his presidency ends today through impeachment conviction with his own party leading the effort to remove him. This is not just another bad news cycle for Trump in a presidency that has been defined by constant crisis. This is the documented moment when his own party made the calculated decision to remove him from office and began coordinating the logistics of how quickly they could make it happen and who would handle which aspects of the transition. The 52-senator confirmation is the most significant revelation from this leaked call because it tells us exactly where the vote count stands and removes any remaining uncertainty about the outcome that has been the subject of intense speculation in recent days. We knew that 27 Republican senators had joined the War Powers Resolution revolt against Trump's emergency declaration. That was public and documented. But this leak confirms that additional Republicans have privately committed to conviction votes even if they have not made public statements or indicated how they would vote. The math is now overwhelming. 52 votes for conviction means Trump loses by a margin of 85-15 that cannot be explained away or contested or attributed to partisan overreach by Democrats.